I'm going to record
me
that right there.
on the microphone.
Say that to the camera.
It's always been me.
No, don't smile.
Don't
It's
smile.
always been me.
Yes.
I wanted to cover this before we did before we went too hog wild. I gotta turn this off.
You gotta turn off our turbine.
I know.
Is this
turbine.
water?
That's for you. Yeah.
That's for you.
It's very special too. I spent hours making it.
How did you make it? Can you walk me through the process?
You ever make water out of pee, out of urine? you have to like piss in a circle, and you take some. Yep. Physical comedy.
Thank you.
Reverse osmosis.
No, it's filtered. Britta,
It's
shout out to
filtered.
Britta. We're looking for sponsorships.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I don't know if you've seen the story today. This is a joke that's going to be old after a week now. But
Okay.
I don't know if you saw my story today.
No.
With we're talking about. I do like a poll every day for the podcast, and one of the things what I said today was, "What is Amelia's family's 4th of July like tradition?" And like
real.
one of them is real, and I'm just going to give you the options.
Normally it's totally fabricated.
Uh-huh.
But today there's
One of
actually-
them was real?
One of them is the
real.
real. Normally they're completely fabricated.
Okay.
But one of them is the real thing that her family does. So the options are:
Yep.
she goes on a wild rabbit hunt.
Which already seems plausible. Okay.
Her family has a spitting contest.
Also really plausible.
She does a bar crawl in every pub in her little town.
Uh-huh.
And she forgets it every year. Those were the 4 options.
I really, my gut is saying spitting contest.
It is the spitting
Is it the
contest.
spitting contest?
Yes.
And I thought that
That
was
is-
fake. I thought that was just good writing by him. But no, Amelia has
That's
a
right.
spitting
Is there
contest.
like more information about
Supposedly, she told me. This is the thing that nobody's gonna believe. Supposedly, she can spit up to 23 feet.
that? What? She can spit up to 23 feet?
She can spit.
Has she shown you this?
No, but she said she's gonna complain
throw-
at some point and be like, "That's not how I did." But she says that she can.
That's not
She says
how
on
I
a
did
good
it.
on a good day she can get up to like 34.
My actual question is, how does she measure it?
I
Does she spit it and then she takes a measuring
I don't
tape?
understand how. They've
I
got
hope
like.
they're on a football field and she can spit 10 yards.
I said that's the
Oh, no.
that's the height of a small building.
Oh no! Is she like one of those dinosaurs that when you go on the Jurassic Park ride and they spit at you
Yeah.
from like underneath their tongue?
That would
That's
be
Amelia.
She hawks a loogie. And she said she came in second this year.
She came
Who
in
got
second.
it first?
I'm sure it was Grandpa Louie.
Joe.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
He's been
He's
doing
the
it for
best
years.
one.
Oh my god!
He's been doing it for years.
Oh,
I mean,
my
I'm
God.
jealous of that.
No, aren't
I
we
wish
all?
I could do that.
I wish we could.
It's my favorite story. Welcome back to the Bellhop Boys podcast. Ryan quickly, me from Bernie.
Enough with
as
all that
always.
bullshit. I'm sick to death. That's our Amelia mention for the day.
Oh yeah,
also.
we can't bring her up again. But today we know who we should mention. Our
We
very
have-
special guest.
It's enough about that.
What a good transition.
This is by far the specialist guest we've had.
That's
it's not
a
particularly
lie.
close.
No.
It's not even.
not.
It's the distance between Amelia's spit and Uncle Louie's spit.
34 on a good day.
34 on a good day.
Actress, director, my director,
Your director,
a dancer, a singer,
a photographer,
photographer,
a filmmaker,
and
writer.
Know, I've heard you're quite the philanthropist.
Day in and day out. I love
in the trenches.
philanthropy.
Aren't we all?
Aren't
Olivia
we all?
Nikkanen, everybody.
Olivia Nikkanen, give it up. Give it up. Clap for her.
Clap, everyone.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good, buddy. How you guys doing?
We're okay.
It was really funny because as you started telling the Amelia story, my mind went, the podcast has started. And so I suddenly just,
Set up.
Uh-oh.
Wait
and
a
I said,
minute.
okay,
Uh-oh.
I'm on camera now.
Yeah, no.
You can
I'm on
control-
camera now.
Yep, there you go.
Get the lens. The lens cap off.
Please. Thanks, everyone. How you guys doing?
We're
We're
doing
okay.
very
Yeah?
good.
You're not allowed to ask. We're
not-
asking the questions. Okay.
I want to know.
No.
We're doing very good.
Yeah.
I'm also a little devastated because I just finished The Society
Oh,
Uh-huh.
man.
yesterday.
Oh, man.
And man, I started off. I'll be completely honest. I started off. I was like, this is a silly show.
Yeah.
I watched every episode. It's my favorite show.
I watched a little bit of it. It enraptures you.
Yeah.
It sucks you in.
I'm so glad that you say that.
Like, honest to God, I'm so upset that there's not another season.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
I know.
And I'll do even one more. I'll say
more.
The 10th episode, I was furious for two reasons. One, because it ends on kind of a cliffhanger thing. But also,
can we spoil?
Well, we're gonna spoil later on.
Okay.
We're gonna spoil later on.
Spoils of spoils.
Yeah, spoil.
But you also finally gave me what I wanted from the show, which was you guys going off into the woods. Which was what
Into the woods.
Seriously, into the woods. We had a whole conversation about Into the Woods beforehand.
But Ephraim didn't turn the mic on,
I know,
so
I know.
we can't.
It's okay. Yeah, that's the Patreon content, okay?
That's right.
But that was genuinely like
You can throw that on the floor. It's
No,
fine.
I'm just. This is good for me.
it's all about trying new things.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
All right, I'm
Use it as a
propped.
prop.
Yeah.
Spent the entire show. Ryan hasn't watched the show.
I watched a couple episodes. Don't lie.
Ryan has watched a couple episodes.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I spent the entire show being like, man, I wish they would go into the woods and I could see what the fuck was going on in there.
Yeah.
And then not only do they do that, but you're part of the little gang.
I'm a part of the group. I'm a part of the explorers.
A pioneer.
I'm the pioneer. Who knew Gwen had it in her? She's a pioneer.
Who knew? Gwen is Olivia's character.
In case you didn't know that,
Oh
Ryan.
my God, you're Clark's on and off girlfriend.
That's right, I am. Everyone
See?
clap
Clark,
for Ryan.
also known as Wes Brantner.
That's right.
Wes, if you're watching,
shoo-in.
Joke.
a shoo-in. We think that
Yeah.
you look like this guy, Wes.
It's true,
It doesn't mean anything to anybody else watching.
Yeah.
but it means something to us.
But
That's what this podcast is.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about all the society and cover all that in a second.
Okay.
But
Alrighty.
we've got two things. One, when you have someone of your clout on the show,
That's
we like to
funny
It's true.
thing.
There's a little.
we like to do a little bit of research beforehand.
We always do our research.
Oh,
Here
good.
at Bells and Whistles podcast. So,
and so we've actually found some articles written about you.
Oh,
we
no.
found the most important article.
The most important.
Let's
one.
bring it up.
Okay.
Say it.
So this is the Society Netflix fandom.com.
Oh,
Right.
good.
And, you have the beautiful photo.
Thank you so
Birthday,
much.
November 28th, 1998.
That's correct.
accurate.
Yeah.
Oh.
You portray Gwen, if I'm not mistaken.
That you are not mistaken.
Wait,
Right.
November 20th, Scorpio? What
Oh,
are you?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius?
Right, okay.
Scary.
It says Olivia Nikkanen is an
Listen.
American actress known for Supergirl 2015, which we will talk about.
Oh, goody.
The Americans 2013, which we will not talk about.
That's really fair.
I'll talk about that.
Excuse
That's
me,
me.
we have to
I'm
talk about
there.
that.
That's why we're not speaking about it. The Good Wife 2009.
We're not going to go back?
No, not to The Good Wife.
Oh.
we don't have enough time. We
Damn
really
it.
can't go further than 90 minutes on these.
Oh, goody.
And then it once again reiterates you portray Gwen on the Society.
That's
It
right.
lists all the episodes you're in, but this is the important part. I want to verify. This is important.
Oh, God.
The trivia section. There's only one line.
Is there only
It
one
says
piece of
it says
trivia?
it says one thing,
Okay.
and I'll read it to you.
Let me just prepare myself.
Okay?
All right, give it to me.
Judging by the name, she is at least part Finnish.
You know what?
True or false? The people
I
want
gotta
to know.
say, that is true, everyone.
You're part Finnish!
I'm part Finnish. I'm part Finnish.
That's
Well, there you go.
that's crazy.
There you go, America.
That's crazy that like in the official trivia section they have a bit where they're just like guessing here.
She has to be.
like,
We don't know.
At least part, okay?
Is that like a Finnish last name?
Yeah.
It is.
Nikkanen?
I am. So it's actually pronounced Nikkanen.
Oh, Nikkanen.
If you do it
so
with the
we've,
actual accent.
We've
Been
Americanized
butchering
you.
it. Yeah, completely.
sorry.
I have too my whole life. When I explain it to people, I say you can just think of Mariah Carey's ex-husband because it's
Nick
Nick
Cannon?
Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
And then just put
Hey,
it together.
that's pretty clever.
Nick Cannon.
I
And
usually
it works.
15 kids.
I've been butchering
I
my
do
name
as well.
too. I've been saying that it's Ephraim this whole time when it's
And
really
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
Abraham Bunny.
Abraham Bunny. That's that guy right over there.
Have you
Abraham
seen
Bunny.
I have a picture on my Instagram of me.
What's
Pull it
that?
up.
Of me. Let's pull it up. Some
What's
visual
this?
content for our thing.
Yeah, this is good for the audio medium.
But it's of an email that I got where they called me that.
Abraham Bunny.
It's Abraham Bunny.
That's
You guys send me
amazing.
the screenshot.
I'll send you the
You guys
screenshot of that.
We'll put it on screen.
But that was
Abraham Bunny.
That was the mispronunciation of my name. That was
I
what it was.
remember I was over at your house, not in New York, but upstate, which I guess is still in New York.
Most recent.
And there was an article that I found about myself, and now I realize that my Instagram is off of my phone. Can I have your Instagram?
Of course.
Because if you thought the trivia was good in that article.
Hold on.
Hold on.
And
just
this is
a
on
second.
Instagram?
This is on my Instagram. We're going to go to me, and I'm going to do it fast because
Tell
I
the
know.
people really
sure.
swiftly where they can follow you.
Olivia Nikkanen. On Instagram. At Olivia Nikkanen on Instagram.
You hear that, folks?
Go.
You don't know. You do yours, but I do want to set up
Yeah.
the other story that I wanted to tell.
Yes,
Of
I found it.
me.
Because I haven't heard this story.
You haven't, but this is me when I came and helped you with Jasper.
Oh, please tell this story.
I mean, like it's quick because I want to get to what you have here, but like.
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry.
No. It was the most fun I've ever had.
Okay, so Jasper's my big boy cat. Jasper's like
Jasper.
the size of a dog.
Yeah.
And he's really, really difficult when we're trying to get him to the vet because he just doesn't want to go.
Yeah,
But
sure.
we need to cut his nails.
Right.
So it becomes a problem when there's just one person at home because it's a 2-person job to get him into the carrier.
I get it.
So I reached out to Ephraim.
I came
You were the only
over.
one available.
This was like something out of like Predator.
It was terrifying.
Like, and I love this little guy, this cat.
He's so
You saw-
cute on any other day.
You saw a different side of him.
But I picked him up. There was a moment where he was like clawing into Olivia on
I
the
literally
ground.
had a bruise from the next day because his nail went in, like into my skin and then out again. He stabbed me.
He stabbed you.
He stabbed me with his little finger.
Oh
The
my God.
really, because like this is the duo. This was us like screaming.
Well, you did
and
such a
crying.
good job because I would have let go of him immediately, but Ephraim held him down every time he tried to run, and he was like, "No, it's okay. I got him.
It's all right. I'm like trying my best to like come off like
a
I don't-
big, strong
like
man.
a big strong man.
Because I'm already bleeding at that point.
I'm like, no, guys, it's fine.
It's fine.
Guys,
okay.
to just me. Everyone, it's okay.
I was also talking to myself. But the really funny thing that I remember this from is like because we get him in the thing and you take him there and then you send me a video
Of him after?
him like at the vet's office.
Do you want me to see if I can find that?
See maybe if you could find it. But it is serious. It was like someone was being murdered in the background of this thing.
Let me see where it is.
And then I have your article here.
Yes,
Oh
you
my
do
God.
have my article.
Oh, good. All right.
So-
you pull that up. And
I'm gonna.
Everybody at home, take a minute and scroll your phone.
I know this is very
let's all
exciting.
I know. Is phone time okay here?
We always have a few minutes of phone
Okay,
time.
good. That's right.
Oh no! Wait,
Did
I'm just reading through this.
Okay, here's
Okay.
Jasper at the vet.
You sound so defeated.
He was really defeated.
He sounds so
He gets
defeated.
louder and louder.
We'll put on if you're watching at this point. We'll put on the video.
Yeah, go to the top a little bit of time. Yeah, the darkness will soothe you.
I know, honey.
It's okay.
Entering.
It's those.
Olivia's like poor eyes.
I know. I didn't want to put the video on him because it looked like they were torturing him, and
get it.
it was
Yeah.
too much. But you read the article. Go
Are
ahead.
there
Yeah, let's
moments
hear it.
that you want me to highlight here? Because there's a lot.
There's a lot of really good information. I'd say, the star sign is really good for me, and the age. Whenever
Okay.
you're ready. The
All
color
right.
of my eyes, go for it.
So we have this is a Olivia Nikkanen height, age, biography, family, boyfriend affairs.
age biography.
And we're going to quiz you on it later.
And then boyfriend affairs. That's great. Okay. I'm listening. I'm
we're
with
just,
you.
just a quick cover. In a young age, he has done a wide variety of TV shows like The Good Wife, Person of Interest, Unforgettable, Quantico, FBI. Miss Nikkanen has acted in Hollywood films Four Eyes and Girl Followed.
Yeah.
We're not going to mention those.
Don't mention those. It
Not
is
on camera.
Then there's this paragraph here. It is streaming live too.
Wait, what's... Okay, carry on. I don't want to interrupt.
In fact, Olivia played the character of Ella.
Which is wrong.
Okay.
Majority of the cast is youngsters. So I see kind of where they're going here.
Okay.
Actually, it is a youth-based series revolving in a mystery drama plot. The girls and boys are fighting for their living in a town. That's amazing.
I'm still on youngsters.
Youngsters.
Whippersnappers.
And then, so we have some information about you here.
Right.
Gender, female. They have your Instagram account here.
Right.
Right on.
Ethnicity, mixed race, Spanish.
Nothing about Finnish.
Mixed race and Spanish.
Not at all. Her star sign is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Spelled Sagitatus. Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Oh, they have your measurements here. You're not allowed to get that.
No.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Tattoo details? ? Not available. But oh my god, the eye color is black.
You have black eyes.
Isn't
You're
that
like
amazing?
a demon.
A demon, my God, possessed.
I'm trying to see what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
like you're having a
Oh,
vision.
here we have
so funny.
Wikipedia. Here's just a couple more. Wikipedia. Olivia has become a renowned personality, which of
Renowned.
course, but
That's
she wants her
true.
life to be private.
I do. I do.
Dating and love affairs.
Okay.
The
This is the-
30-year-old actress is focusing on her acting.
You're 30?
Did you not know?
But doesn't it have your birthday on it?
I think it. Oh no, it doesn't right now.
Oh,
I'm
it's
30.
Too bad, but you're 30.
I'm a
You look good for 30.
Thank you. It's because I'm
You're a young 30.
Yeah. My black eyes really just make
Yeah,
everything
it's true.
bright.
But it says she's focusing on her acting. As of now, she's single, and there is no information about her boyfriend. On the other hand, she is quite young to get married.
Stop it. Oh, these are my favorite.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, she's quite young to get married.
And she is quite young to get married.
You don't
She
wanna
is a
get married
youngster.
At 30. Yeah, no, it's true.
Oh, then it ends with.
What is that?
Oh, I posted. That's how I posted it. I posted that after.
This is what you are.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's rich, man.
at least they have. At least
That's
with the
good.
net worth, they're surprisingly. It's not so bad. I
No,
mean, like it's.
they didn't lowball me.
They didn't. They gave you $200,000 as your net worth, which most
nice.
of the time they
That's
say
solid.
like
they say $4.3
they say like
million.
$4.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were average.
They
They
were
were
average. They were
accurate.
fair.
Yeah, I'd say.
They were fair.
So
They were fair.
that's what I have.
They
That's
were
my
fair.
show and
They were-
tell.
I think that was a pretty fair article, especially when they said you're a little young to get
That's
married.
right.
They were,
I'm
they
actually
were,
going to bring out my banking accounts now that we're doing.
But give everybody your routing number.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Here's
That's
my
pretty.
social.
I'm so glad you brought that on.
You
That's
liked
really
that?
good.
Oh, that's
We
good stuff, man.
Thank you so much.
Maybe we ought to talk about those youngsters, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
let's
That little
do it.
society of youngsters.
That's right.
The
We
society.
were babies.
So why don't you tell us a little bit? Because everybody's dying to know. Me.
They've been
first and
emailing
foremost.
us. So
First and
I'm
foremost.
sure
All
you've
of
been.
the-
I'm sure
of
you've been
course.
overwhelmed.
That's
Yeah.
why I kept bringing my phone because I was just so anxious to get on.
Yeah, right on.
Why don't you tell us
Right
a little
on.
bit about how the society started, what that was like? Because I know you were all sequestered together.
Yes.
And I really want to know where you thought. I don't know if you know where it was going, or if you're even allowed to say where it was going.
No, I mean, okay. So
But,
to
yeah.
start at the beginning.
Yeah.
I got the show and then I had to fly to Massachusetts a week later. So it was a very fast turnaround for me. I remember when I auditioned for the show, my cat was dying, so I didn't really care about what I was auditioning
no,
for. I
yeah.
walked in and I was like, I got to put my cat down later this week, so I'm just going to do the thing and I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting the role, and I was like, I guess that's the mode I have to be in every time I go into the room.
Oh, perfect.
And I remember getting there, and my suitcase wouldn't open, so I had to sleep in the clothes that I went in on the plane, and then I had to get one of the drivers to break my suitcase open so that I could have clothes to wear to meet everyone for the first time.
Oh my God.
So that's how it started for me. Just to give you a lay of the land. That's how I walked in.
Now I have a broken
It seems like controversy follows you everywhere.
It's just I'm a damaged girl. What can I say? But no, we had I remember we had this really big cast meet and greet, and I was terrified of getting there late, so I got there right on time and everyone else was late, so I was the first one there, and I basically stood in the front and greeted everyone as they came in. Because I was like, what if the dinner's already started? And I'm normally a late person. I got here 20 minutes late. And so every time a person came in, I was like, hi, I'm Olivia. I'm playing Gwen. So nice to meet you.
I'm doing craft service.
You're a braver person
Hey,
than me.
I'm Olivia. So nice to meet. I'm playing Gwen.
Hi.
Yeah, okay. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's my worst nightmare.
It was I was like
sounds terrible.
shitting myself. But everyone was so nice, and everyone was around my age too, which I had never done a show where
It's
there
such
were
a unique
so many
thing
people.
where you
It
can
had to
be
be
like
cool.
that,
It
right?
was.
Yeah.
It felt like summer camp. It was just like,
Seriously.
we were all alone in this small town in Concord, Massachusetts. It was very haunted. We had a lot of ghosts.
Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on now.
We had a lot of ghosts.
Is that true?
Yes, we were haunted many times.
Where's Deborah Jean when you need her?
I
You
know,
have to,
that's
you
what
have
I'm
to go
saying.
back to your. Oh, come on.
That's a
Come on.
callback.
Yeah.
In what ways
What kind
were
of
there
ghosts?
ghosts?
So in our hotel,
someone-
we were haunted by spirits in our rooms. Let me break it down.
I would love to know what you
I'd be
mean.
so scared.
haunting.
I was very scared. This was my first time living away from home
Yeah.
for 4 months, because that's how long we were all there for.
Wow, okay.
My friend Jack, who was filming with us, who plays Grizz, had it the worst because he ended up switching rooms because in the middle of the night he woke up to his sheets slowly being pulled off of him.
Shut up. Shut the fuck
Oh!
up.
Isn't
No.
that awful?
No.
And then they were just they were pulled off and then they were yanked off of him.
You stop it.
I can't stop it.
I can't and I
can't-
won't.
I will not. I have to finish the story. It was ripped off, and then he had to run to the lobby and say I need to switch rooms now. And they were like, you're gonna have to wait a few hours until a room opens up. And so
And he did.
he waited in the lobby. He's like, I'm not going back in that room.
This is like a hotel.
It's
that
an actual
normally
hotel.
Functions during the year.
I can
Concord
get
is-
a night there right now if I
Totally.
wanted to.
Absolutely. And it was an amazing place. The people were so nice. It
Yeah.
was just known that the town
It was
itself was extremely haunted. Concord has graveyards that have tombstones from before we became a country. It was where a lot of battles happened.
can't.
That's
So
battles. I can't
had
do any battles.
I had Jack come and sage my room multiple times throughout
Sure.
production because I remember I was sitting on my computer on the couch and all of a sudden I just hear right next to me and I go, not now. I don't want it. I don't want it now. And so I had to text him and he would come and just sage every corner of my room and then I'd feel fine.
if you were it's like a size next to you. You're like, okay, mister.
What's up? What am I doing? I should be doing this. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry if this is boring you.
Whatever. I'm not doing my dancing right now. I'm sorry for that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
I
it was
can't
very, very haunted.
Okay.
But it was fun.
I want to ask. That's terrifying.
Thank you.
I have to I'm wondering.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people that watch the show are wondering, and they're still wondering it now 2 years later.
Yeah.
Do people kind of become their characters when they're all there?
I mean-
or is there someone who's drastically different?
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
the guy who plays Campbell and
Oh,
Harry
totally.
are sweethearts. Or
They are
whatever.
very,
Yeah.
very sweet. Toby was terrifying as Campbell.
Yeah.
But he was a sweetheart, and so was everyone else. Like, it was really, like, when I say it was summer camp, it was like anybody who was free, who wasn't working, would just, like, come over to someone's house, and we would play board games, or there was, like, a trampoline park that we went to one day. We would play games on set. Like, the only time where it felt like we were working is when we had to do a really serious scene where no one could be laughing, because other than that, everyone felt like it was just playtime.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
like
so
It
that's
was
so great.
Really
Cool hangout.
sweet. It was like something I'd never experienced, and I probably won't have that same experience again, because it was like everyone just got along, and I didn't know that could be possible with that large of a group. But like,
really.
everyone was so kind and considerate, and like we all became a little family. And
Do you feel like you're like Gwen?
I hope not. I mean,
I think everybody, you've got this idea that Gwen is really mean. And I think that Gwen is my favorite character.
That's so nice. Yeah. But when I first got the character description, to be fair, the only thing I got was Clark's girlfriend, a bit cliquey. That was it. That was the entire information that I had. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go with that and
I'll be cliquey.
See what happens.
What does that even really mean?
Just like
come on.
high school.
Sure.
High school. It's
Like
no.
the fuck, marry, kill scene was like the first scene that I had to audition with. And I was like, okay, so she likes making people feel bad. She likes having power. She likes knowing that people want her and desire her. Like, that's where she comes from. And I feel like whenever you're playing a character that is a bit dissimilar to you, you have to find a point of entry, or at least I do.
Sure.
So I tried to make her more empathetic, and I think that's where I feel more similar to her, is like what I did when she wasn't being a bitch.
Because I really, no, because I think that you really go places, at least from starting where you are to by the end of it.
I was
feel
really
like
grateful for that art.
Yeah, you kind of grow as it is, as Gwen becomes. Even more of a even more cliquey.
You know it.
More of a bitch.
She just cements into her ways.
Yeah. Now, I told Ryan to watch. Ryan couldn't watch the whole thing.
I couldn't.
Yeah, where'd you get to, buddy?
Well, here's the thing. I was skipping
tell me.
around because my homework was Supergirl. I'll have you know. But we will get to that
He
later.
covered
Oh,
Supergirl.
that's so sweet.
He covered Supergirl.
Yeah. So we
But I did tell him.
Hold on now.
I said there's a couple of moments you have to watch in
no.
the society.
Oh no.
And there's a couple moments you have to watch in the society.
Which are
One of which
Yeah.
was I said you got Olivia's
Episode
got
5.
an intimate
yeah.
scene.
Yes. I'm so glad that that's the one that you said, I gotta watch this. Gotta break it
I
down.
can show you the timestamps.
Perfect. You have
There
it
was part
tattooed
of-
on your arm.
There was part of me that wanted to have it on the TV when you walked in. And you'd be like, oh, sorry.
Olivia. I'm so sorry.
I can explain.
It's for Clark. It's for Clark. Wes.
Wes getting
I didn't know it was you.
You did such a good job.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys went approaching
Absolutely.
something like that?
Absolutely.
This is a sex scene, by
Yeah,
the way.
we
We
haven't
haven't
We're
said it out
talking
loud.
about a sex scene.
Yes,
It was
true.
the first sex scene I've ever filmed, so I was terrified. It was also my audition scene. So
dear.
imagine doing those lines without actually simulating anything, but feeling like you have to in order to get the job. So what I did was I sat in the chair and I just kind of like started breathing really heavily and closed my eyes, and I got the job. So to preface...
I'm gonna do that at every audition.
I know, just make every audition scene a sex scene. You're gonna book it like that.
Why would they pick that as the audition?
I don't know.
Why did they do
I
that?
don't know.
Oh my
That's
god.
crazy. That's episode 5.
That's
I just
episode 5.
assumed that they wrote it as they
No,
went.
they
they
was
had the
like,
whole thing.
I knew going into it that was a scene that I had to film. So I was like
Wow.
petrified to go film this. But basically how it works is we had a meeting with the director, I'd say like the week of the episode, and she was like, okay, so this is what we're thinking. This is the choreography that we're going to have you do.
Mm-hmm.
This is the costume that we're going to have you in. Are you comfortable with this? The producer's right there, so, it's all everyone's in on the information, and Spencer and I were just sitting there going, yes. Yeah, okay, so he's going to, so that's when he goes down. And then that's when I'm going to moan there. And then
You're pointing, and in my head they had little dolls.
So she's going to come this way. Your legs are going to go up like that. And so like going into it, we knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I remember right before we filmed, I was like, I'm going to laugh, and I can't laugh during this. So I went up to Spencer and I was like, I just need you to stare at me for a minute until I feel like I'm not laughing anymore. So he was like, okay. And I went, and I just stared at him until the giggles left, and I was like, thank you.
Thank you.
Popped a mint, got onto set.
Always pop the mint.
You got to pop a mint.
Uh-huh.
And there's choreography, and you just have to follow it.
Because this was like, I feel like maybe this wasn't before the age of intimacy directors, or maybe there was one. I'm not sure.
It was definitely starting around there. Like, we had an intimacy coordinator, but it was all so choreographed that we already knew what we were doing. I think the only notes that I got during it were like, Olivia, can you moan more, like loud? She's like, can you grip the pillow here? And I was like, yes, because at the end of the day, you have to sell that it's a sex scene. But if you've watched it, I have lines during it. So I'm like, how do I...
I said that was, when I was talking to him, I was like, it's the impossible task.
It's seriously.
Of like, you're telling a story.
I'm literally going through emotions of being like, I don't know if this person is who I love anymore. Let me try to connect with him again. I'm so sad that I don't feel this connection anymore, but also he's going down on me, and so it's turning me on. What do I do? And it's in maybe like 30 seconds I have to show all of that.
No, yeah.
And I hopefully I did it because I didn't get any notes on.
I think there's a lot of sex scenes in this show about like 15-year-olds.
Yes.
I mean, what would you be like? We were like, it's great. Like, we can't. Like,
it's on the TV.
I'd say it's the most tasteful one on the show.
Thank you. That's what I hope.
That's what I feel comfortable saying.
Thank you.
I put it in my top 5.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
So honored.
Very good work.
Thanks, everyone.
But you gotta say for the fans. For the fans, that was their favorite. No. Where did you imagine, just for yourself? We asked Logan something similar.
Yeah.
Where did you kind of think Gwen was going, or where would you have wanted her to go?
Honestly, the thing that I was fighting for the most is for Gwen to realize that she liked girls. And that she would have some kind of realization of like, all of these boys suck and they're stupid, and like the women are really trying to get shit done, and maybe that's something I've suppressed. I've repressed in myself. And
you had some you had some bad boys in that town.
Stupid boys.
Not
there.
Great.
No, and they're lovely off camera, but on camera they just kept doing stupid stuff. So
idiots.
It was really the women that I was like, first of all, I want to spend more time with them when I'm filming.
Sure.
Right.
And also, I just think it would have been such a cool character development.
I'll have you know, there's a portion of the fandom that picked up on that.
Really?
That there are people that in the fan fiction community.
Yes.
Ephraim dives deep.
I dive deep.
Thank you so much for
I
doing
do my
that.
homework. In the fan fiction community, they started. There's a couple of stories written of Gwen, not you. Of Gwen.
Olivia Nikkanen gets out of her trailer.
You portray.
Yeah. Of Gwen with Bean.
Oh, that would have been good.
I have to wonder if it really just came from the last episode where you guys are sitting next to each other.
We, honestly, when we were filming that, Selena and I were like, we could give them a little something. Like... No one's gonna know, but like
this is gonna be canceled next year.
Listen. Like the inner workings can be there, can't they?
Put in the motion.
Because we became really close while we were filming, and we were just like, our characters would be so good together. Why don't we just like play it like that's gonna happen? I don't know if that's gonna happen, but like it added a little flavor. So I'm glad that people picked up on that.
People were. Oh, wait a minute.
Ephraim and I try and do the same thing.
Yeah. The sexual tension here is just.
It's true.
Overwhelming.
It's true.
I try to sit next to Ryan whenever I can.
Scoot on over.
Sit next to Papa.
Come to Big Papa.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Mom.
No. There's also people that liked you with Grizz in that little moment. But
well,
I know Grizz is gay.
Yeah, and that was more about like a platonic intimacy, which I love too. That was just
That
like,
was a very I liked that little moment.
Yeah, I'm
you're
so
like,
glad
"Can I
that we
just
had that.
Cuddle.
After I asked him to touch my breast, it was,
know.
what else is a gal to do other than ask for a snuggle after? You know what I mean?
If I had a nickel.
I'll have you know the words were in my mouth. Only I had a nickel.
We're right there. We're right there.
Great minds. Great minds.
Well, I think that's very. I think it's very cool that you were adding that that flavor in there.
Thanks.
But I also think I wasn't sure if I was going to go here, but I think that you gave me a good enough segue in. You gave me a good enough segue in.
What?
Yeah.
There's also people online, talking about like shipping and coupling. There was a rumor floating around for a little bit.
Yeah.
Rumor.
That
We've heard tell.
that you and your good friend Ella.
Oh,
We have reason to believe.
We have reason to believe that there was something going on there.
Speaking about a little spice, people sitting next to each other.
Spice. Maybe some noses touching each other.
Now, something for the subreddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Now
Give
I
the
know
people what they want.
I know it's just a platonic thing.
Oh, yeah.
But was there ever a fun little laugh about that?
Ella, come on out.
Ella, come on.
Ella?
Yeah, there you go.
There she is.
You actually think Ella's on the fire
I
escape.
know, I was really worried that I just ruined the lighting.
No, it's great.
You're all set. Ella and I talk about it a lot. It's very funny. But also I think it's because we've both played queer people. I mean, on Supergirl, I didn't know that I was queer yet. My character didn't know yet. But
Yeah.
with Ella, she obviously did on Dickinson.
Yeah.
And I just love her so much. So it just, I'm when I'm really comfortable with my friends, I just like showering them in love.
Do you ever?
You know.
Oh, I know.
Come on.
Do you ever?
I saw the sex scene.
I just wanted to be close to my friend.
Isn't that what it's always about?
Isn't that what it is?
Do you ever feel like it's because there's a lot? I mean, people are. It's not just about you. It's just like everywhere. People love doing that with their favorite celebrities.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I think it's
Do you
only
feel
natural.
ever
Together.
weird or icky about
No,
that?
I mean, if anything, like it just is so nice that people pick up on love at the very least. Like, I am so happy that people feel good about watching like two women love each other or two people love each other, even if it's a platonic thing. It's just like I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, I really hope that they're dating.
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah,
look
yeah.
at how sweet their friendship is. It's just like it warms your heart when you know that people appreciate a relationship,
Yeah.
regardless of whether
true.
it's romantic or not.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
If people did that about you and me, I would be furious.
It's true. Nobody gives a
Fed up.
single shit about us.
What if I started a rumor?
If you could,
Right
I think
here.
it's about time. Yeah.
Let me get
yeah,
my
please
phone
go back.
out
Let's
again.
do,
Yeah.
let's do another 5 minutes of phone
Let's
time.
Let's do another phone time.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, let's
You
talk
wanna-
about Supergirl.
Supergirl,
a
I was
little
waiting
bit
for the-
because you
for the
brought it
Supergirl
up.
transition,
I did.
because my new favorite show isn't Supergirl. It's Supergirl when they go back to 2007.
Oh, thanks.
People love that. People
love it.
really wanted. I've seen people call for a
so-
spinoff.
It's really true, and it's so much fun. And your second episode, I think, I have to admit,
Yeah.
you're on camera for I think maybe a minute,
Yeah.
and then you fall off a cliff. And when I watched it, I laughed my ass off. And I want to take because. Me
Let's take a
personally,
minute. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for like special effects.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So can you talk about, do you have any stories about the Supergirl, like the special effects and
Oh,
stuff?
just think of like the worst wedgie of your life, but for like 5 hours where you're just, there's a man in a green suit. Head to toe in a green suit. He's holding a wheel that you're attached to.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he has to like move
Oh,
you
he's gotta-
around. But
oh,
everything
yeah.
is green because it's going to be taken out in post.
Yeah.
Right.
And so you have a pair of leggings on, and then a harness, and then you have to put your 2007 low-rise skinny jeans over that harness, and they cut out a part of the pocket so that the harness can fit
Escape
through
out,
there,
yeah.
and then they just latch you on, and then you're just risen like
Ooh.
this.
Oh.
And your ass looks as flat as a pancake. It's the least flattering thing in the entire world. And then you just have to go, okay, 1, 2, 3. And the camera like shoots down like this, so it's as if you're like zooming up.
Right.
Or as if you're falling down. You just go,
Wow.
and they go, okay, again,
Okay.
3, 2, 1. And it's just a
So
lot
you're
of
not
heavy
actually
breathing.
falling.
No, I wish, but I wasn't.
And you never had like any stunt double or anything. It was all
Oh,
you.
no. Oh, okay. So I didn't have a stunt double for
Okay.
that. However,
Okay.
in the episode of the prom,
Yes.
It's our favorite
do you
one.
remember the scene where Kara has fallen through the roof and I run to her?
You run into her, and there's
Yeah.
2 different versions of the scene.
Yes,
right?
there are 2 different versions.
Yes.
So the person running isn't me. Because I threw my back out before we filmed that scene.
Shut up.
How I threw my back out is that I coughed. And it was done.
Maybe you shouldn't have been catching anybody.
That was throughout your back.
I coughed. I had a big cough, and then it was the night. It was like 2 days before we were supposed to film that episode. I just like I bent over to cough, and like some disc, just like something happened where I couldn't go back up, and so I had.
No.
I went out into the hallway. Bella was with me, who plays my sister, and I had to crawl back to my room, but I had a panic attack because I was in so much pain. So she sat with me on the hotel floor as I just went like this. Because this is how you ground yourself when you have a panic attack. And then I crawled back to I like army crawled back to my room. She put me into bed. And I was like, okay, maybe it'll be fine. It'll be better in the morning. And I woke up at 5 a.m. in searing pain. And I had to text them
unbelievable.
to call a doctor to come. And he gave me muscle relaxers. And for the entire weekend, I was just on muscle relaxers. And then
What?
Did you? I mean, that's terrible.
it
That's
was
terrible.
so
Seriously.
embarrassing.
I am.
Oh my God.
Laughing a little bit, thinking
It's-
of you having to explain to people.
I
I was gonna say there has to be that
there
phone call.
has
Must have been
to I had to tell them, like, I'm so sorry, please don't take me out of the episode. I can't move. Maybe I can do it at some point. And thankfully Kyler, who directed the episode, who plays my older version, emailed me immediately and was like, I'm so sorry, like, don't worry, we're gonna take care of you, whatever you need, we'll get a stunt double in case you can't walk, and it'll be fine.
Okay,
And so
okay.
they got the stunt double. So I can't run that well anyway. So she just
I beg to
right.
Listen,
no,
listen. My-
Again, we've seen your work.
hold your horses.
Yeah.
She ran for me, and then they said, okay, and pause, and then she would jump out,
Swap
and
out.
I'd jump in, and then I'd like slowly lower to the ground, and then say, Kara, and that's when they flipped it to me.
That's something else.
That's crazy.
I'm glad we got that story.
Yeah. I'm
that's,
glad-
a, that's,
That's
an awesome
an inner
story.
scoop.
Oh my God! But
I've thrown my back out so many times, so it was bound to happen.
you're speaking to. I threw my back. I suffered a back injury April 25th, and I just got an MRI on my back, and they told me you're not hurt. Shut up.
Oh, goody.
And I'm like, my back definitely hurts.
It's feeling pain.
And they're like, but no. But I'm glad you brought up Kyler.
Yeah.
Because again, we go deep into the
we go
I'm
deep into
so
the lore.
impressed.
Into the
Wow.
lore. We worked hard.
I want to talk to. What's it like looking at your future self? Because let me pull it up. I'm gonna have some phone time.
People really do think that
you guys look alike.
are spot on.
And what do you think?
I haven't. I think it's okay.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
I'll
Ryan
have you
thinks-
know that BuzzFeed bot has you number 9 on the all-time best casting
Thank
for
you.
a younger version of a character.
Thanks.
You're number 9. I'll have you. I don't know how valid his is because all of his first 3 are from the show Yellow Jackets.
Oh, good.
So, but you're number 9 on his list.
That's very
Thank
good.
God.
Yeah. So, do you think you look like her?
I do. I mean, I also think
Let me look her up.
It's more personality-wise. Okay, so you might be getting her when she was on Grey's Anatomy, and I don't think I look like her when she was on Grey's Anatomy.
Alex, I'll do Alex Danvers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's your...
And also, they, like, keep in mind, they make my hair similar to hers. They draw my eyebrows in so that they look like hers. And then a lot of the work
They're cheating a little bit.
comes from mannerisms.
Mannerisms.
I think you
acting.
just might be a very good actress.
Oh,
as it
thanks.
turns
That's also
out.
nice.
Yeah.
That turns out.
There you go.
Yeah, I can see it.
We have a lot of the same facial expressions when we're feeling emotions.
Sure.
And I also, when I got the role, I was 18, so
Right.
I'd been doing it for a while, but when I first got the role, one of the producers gave me a bunch of episodes to watch to be like, this
Okay.
is important to her storyline.
Yeah.
So that you know where she's at, and also so that you can study her.
That's
'Cause
helpful.
I
Yeah.
initially auditioned for young Kara, and I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm getting
Right, yeah, that
this.
doesn't make
Sure.
sense. Yeah.
And I just chopped my hair off. It was super brown, and
Yeah.
I walked in, and the first thing I said was, I'm getting extensions. So just so you know, I really want this job.
I can make this work.
I'm really sorry. And they were like, actually, can you read for this person instead? And they, like, I went out of the room for 20 minutes. I'd just gotten the sides, and I walked back in, and they were like, we're really excited about this. And I said, no one ever says that in the room.
Oh,
if
no
I
one
don't
has
get
ever
this,
said that
that's going to
about
be
me.
upsetting.
No,
I've
that's
been
true.
in relationships. No one's ever
No
said
one's
that.
ever said that. I'm really excited about
I'm really
this.
excited about this.
No, it's true.
I'm actually thankful no one has. How terrifying would that be?
So much pressure.
I'm very excited about this. The
I think
prospect.
this is going to be good.
I have something in store for you. I have an idea.
I'm going to put a pin in you, okay? You're pinned.
You're pinned for this.
But how badass, man, to be part of a superhero show. That's
Yeah.
like, because I'm a little nerd. And I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I
of
want
jealous,
you to be
too.
jealous of me.
I know.
So that's really gratifying.
Do you ever
Thank
get
you.
to shoot a
Yeah.
laser or something like that?
No,
this wasn't
I
my
really
homework.
wish.
No.
I wish that Alex had powers, but the next best thing was I got to be in a wedgie next to Bella and have her like zoom me up.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to like watch her do her power thing, which was really funny.
There's
There was-
that scene where they split the ground
Yeah.
open.
Can I tell you what that was?
Can you please?
Yeah.
Because you must have been looking at nothing going,
Correct. The entire time. It was freezing. It was December in Vancouver, so it was just frigid.
okay.
And
Yeah.
that's why in the episode they're like, it was a particularly cold day in May because you can see our breath as we're speaking. So they
Okay.
added it in the beginning of the episode when they're looking at the date. They're like, yeah, that was the day that it was super cold. For whatever reason.
It was a strange alien occurrence.
It was like the winter cold was just, the winter rush was coming in to account for us wearing jackets.
Sure, yeah.
So during that scene, it was basically everyone going like this, like they all got to do their super cool, or this, like, and my job was just to do this. Over and over and over again. I was like, can I do like
That's funny. That's the same thing you did for that sex scene
know.
audition.
I put it on my resume. Can silently react to things, good or bad.
Very good at being amazed.
Confused.
Yeah.
Confused.
Generally confused and heavy breath.
That works for all situations.
Yeah, it really
It's
does.
true.
Just plot me in.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's my job.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. They were all so nice, and the special effects were so fun, and I wish that
Yeah.
I got to
Shoot a beam.
shoot a laser, but at
Yeah.
least I got to like react to it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
No, how fun.
How
That's.
fun.
I'll say this: you might not have any superpowers on that show.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
you at least I wanted to say in society, but that sounds too much like your show.
Thank you.
But in society, you are you are something of a superhero. For me, and for a lot of people,
It's true.
Such a big
We mean it.
compliment.
and it's
I
only
wouldn't have started
partially
this podcast without you.
Oh.
You're my inspiration.
it's
Yeah.
only partially because you were patient zero.
Wow. Thank
that's
you.
true. It was Tom Hanks.
It was you.
And me.
It was Tom Hanks, then Olivia Nikkanen.
And Denzel, not Denzel. Who was it?
Was it Denzel's son? No.
It was.
Who has?
No, it
who
was.
had-
Oh, I can't remember his name, but I see him in my head. Does that count?
I think that's.
I think it's just like look into the camera and like try and cast it upon them.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breathe.
It was so.
Was that at all? Because, like, I remember your funny story with that is that, like, that's how you got verified.
Yes. Do you know
Is
this?
that true? Well, no,
Okay.
because I was doing my research and I was like, why did Olivia do this big announcement for her having COVID? Everybody got COVID.
Everyone got
But then
COVID.
Eva told me, she's like, you know,
You
she was one of the first. I
probably-
was like, oh, I thought she was just being really
Oh my
indulgent.
God.
It's like,
I'm just
I was like, that's
imagining
kind of
you
out of character.
walking around being like, God, Olivia's kind of an ass.
It's just like,
What a fucking big ego
It's
she
just
has.
like, I mean, I guess just that she wanted to make a piece of content.
guess she was feeling left out.
Yeah, it's like, but it all makes sense now.
does.
Because it was novel.
It was right at the beginning when it was
Novel
like
coronavirus.
terrifying and everyone was scared
Yeah.
of dying. And then there was, still are so many people that are like, it's not a big deal. And so I was like, let me just state that it is and that I feel awful.
Yeah.
And that I'm super sick and that I'm not going to be seeing anyone.
But that's like, that almost becomes something of like, I don't know, like a statement. Like that was cool that you did that.
Thank you. I mean,
Right.
I feel like, especially at the beginning, we all thought it was going to kind of be like, this is the month of us locking down. So let's, I'm going
Right.
to make my statement so
Yeah.
that people know that it's happening. And then we'll see where it is in, when I'm out of quarantine.
Right.
Sure.
And then it just never left. So then it seems like my video was just like, hi. I don't feel well. I'm sick.
Deborah Jean.
I'm getting over something.
Sorry.
Sorry, I've been sick this
Jackie,
week.
look at me so I can spit in your face.
Your name's Jackie? Hi.
I knew that.
I knew that. One of my ghosts told me. They said, you see that girl there? That's Jackie. Spit on her.
Go get Grizz.
Go get a tiger.
Go get Jake. Jack.
Oh my God.
What's his name?
Jack.
Jack.
You got it.
Right. I got it eventually.
You got it.
Yeah, keep trying.
But yeah, that video verified me because going back to the main story.
Yes.
I ended up doing an Instagram live with Catherine Newton, who is the lead of our show. And she was like, you're sick. And I was like, I am. And then I said something like, yeah, it's a really scary thing. And then someone from the Hollywood Reporter was watching that live and decided to write an article about me saying, Olivia Nikkanen quoted as saying, it's a really scary thing. Like, that's the thing that they pulled is they're like, yeah, it's really scary.
Boilerplate.
That was it.
Olivia Nikkanen, bravest girl.
Bravest girl.
Going through the trenches.
Brave little
I do
toast.
Brave little toaster.
I do like how it was written like a local newspaper.
It was Olivia Nikkanen
In the 60s.
in the 60s.
Brave girl catches
Extreme,
bug.
extreme.
Perseveres.
In
Perseveres.
quarantine.
Were
Yeah.
you ever scared? Was it like a
Oh.
really scary thing?
Oh,
Sure.
it was.
sure.
I mean, did you hear my quote? It was a really.
Weren't you paying attention?
Sorry, I
Come
didn't.
on.
Come on.
I thought it was facetious.
No. I remember going to the doctor, and I'd been sick for a few days at that point, but everyone was like, you don't have it because you don't have a sore throat. And I'm like,
Yeah.
right. Of course, I don't have it.
Uh-huh.
And the doctor came in and was already wearing like all of the protective gear and the mask and everything. And she was like, so we are going to test you for COVID-19. And I was nodding and I had my mask on and I went, just so you know, I'm going to start crying, but I need you to keep telling me the information. And so I was sobbing as she was just giving me like, if I did test positive, what would happen?
Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay, thank you.
This is so
my
sad.
It was really, yeah, it was.
But it's crazy to think back because it's true. It was that scary.
Yeah.
And
It
you
was
couldn't,
terrifying.
Like testing didn't exist.
No,
Yeah.
she had
For so
just
long.
gotten the test in. And I remember
Yeah.
texting friends being like, they have tests at this doctor's office. Go.
Uh-huh.
Because other
Right.
friends were sick.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then I had it for a month. So I was inside my apartment with my mom for a month straight without
That's
ever
so
leaving.
wild, man.
It was crazy.
Oh,
And now
what
look
a
at
horrible
you.
time.
Look at
on the
me
planet. Look at you.
in
You
Queens.
You beat it.
Here I am.
you beat it. Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me.
It's very good. Guys,
Look at
go
me.
follow.
Olivia Nikkanen. 5'6". Thank you.
5'6". Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Black eyes.
Black eyes, 30.
Boyfriend affairs not available.
Affairs are not available.
Quite young to be married.
Well, should we, since we've got all this information, should we do a couple questions?
Do you really figure so?
I figure so.
Are you sure it's a good idea?
We're 53 minutes in. I think
We've been talking for 53 minutes.
I know, it feels like 2 hours.
I know, I want to leave.
Feels like forever. So as always, the random word generator has a section called random question generator, and I can type in 10, and they generate 10 random questions. And your job is to answer them as fast as humanly possible, but the one catch being is that it's never fast.
Okay.
And the people are never really human.
Great.
People never act themselves.
Yeah. So yeah.
But try and give us your most honest answer. We just want to get to know you.
Just try your darndest.
Okay, I got it.
Can you promise you can do that?
I can.
Are you sure?
Can you promise? I mean, I can. Will I? That's a
threat or
grammar
a
lesson
promise?
for you.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready when you are.
Olivia Nikkanen, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. What is the quickest way for you to lose respect for someone?
If they're unkind.
Oh, how do you... our favorite question is back. How do you best like your ice cream?
Cookies and cream in a cone.
A sugar cone or the other
Sugar.
kind? Okay.
No, I don't like waffle.
What is the most recent fact you learned that surprised you?
Oh.
It has to have surprised you.
It had to surprise me. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, criminy.
Jiminy Cricket.
I know what. That's a tough one.
Facts are so
Why are you
hard.
looking at my... I don't know what's
Good
up there.
vibes only.
I do. I have a picture that says
Yeah,
good
you do.
vibes only.
I honestly can't think of any facts right now.
Surprising fact.
You said that you were surprised. You sounded awful surprised that my couch was comfortable.
Yeah, your couch. Can that be a fact? That your couch
sure.
is comfortable.
Boom. What is something that you learned from simply watching a stranger? It's a terrible question. How to portray Alex Danvers.
That's right.
my sexual preference.
How a mom can take care of her kids. There was a woman on the train the other day, and she had like 4 children with her, and she was just being really kind to her baby.
Oh, that's very
That's
sweet.
a very sweet.
I would never be able to have children.
Sterile.
Baron. What would be the best and worst part of being a cat, in your opinion?
Oh, this is a great question.
This is a great question.
Okay,
This is topical.
The best part, I really want to experience what a cat feels when they go into little sunbeam, like how good that must feel for them.
Oh, yeah.
And the worst
curl
part would probably be being taken to the vet and having to cut my nails.
By Ephraim.
By being
That would be. I promise that would be terrible.
yeah.
Has someone ever done a random act of kindness to you, and what was it?
Look at all these kindness.
I know.
I know this is about,
that's really
what a
nice.
hippy dippy podcast this is.
This is gonna okay. I was sobbing in LaGuardia Airport a little while ago on the floor by myself, and a woman came up to me and asked if I was okay, and I said yes, and then she said she'd pray for me.
Oh, how
And that was
sweet.
really nice.
I'm so sorry with whatever you were going through.
That was with my Nana.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
it was okay. But they were really nice. She was
That
very
lady,
sweet.
you're welcome on the podcast.
Yeah, come on down.
It's the same lady that was.
Her name was Deborah G.
Deborah Jean. I knew you were here.
I'll get a ghost to pray for
I knew you'd be here.
Jackie told me.
you. What recent experience made you feel old?
Oh, so many things.
I mean, you are still young to get married.
I am still quite young to get married. I went to this DJ set that was this guy, Matt Bennett from Victorious, who ended up doing a DJ set of all of the old songs from like iCarly, Victorious, High School Musical,
That's great.
like Victoria
Yeah.
Justice's old songs, and I could sing every single one.
Wow.
And I went,
No, it's true.
Here
like
we
all
are.
those old shows that you're like, oh, that happened.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happened 8 years ago, and it's like, no, that's
That's been
17 years ago.
correct. I could remember every line.
What do you wish you had more talent doing?
So many things.
We've listed your accolades. You've
That's
done a
true.
lot.
I really want to get better at tennis. I really want to get better at tennis and time management.
You have a
Tennis and
tennis.
time
You have a
management.
tennis vibe about you.
Do I?
Yes,
Yeah, you do.
I feel like you're
Thanks.
capable.
My
of-
knee-
And all tennis whites.
Thank you so much.
A little visor, perhaps.
You're speaking my language.
I'm picking up what you're putting
You're
down.
painting the picture. Good vibes only.
I might be thinking that because we watched King Richard together.
That's probably right.
I
It
saw
was
you
either
watch
that
that.
or I could be a snake. One of the two.
Another callback.
Another callback. You're not going to understand that.
No, it's in the past. This is the final question. How
Yeah.
would a random stranger describe you? How accurate would that be? So, what do you think your first impression is that you give off, and do you think it's accurate?
This is honestly a question that I'd rather ask you both, but I'll
talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll answer
but your
and then I'll
clock's
have you guys.
Yeah.
We gotta go. I hope I hope I come off as like not overwhelming. Right, guys?
Oh boy.
Just like
Is that your final answer?
funny, funny and kind and good, a good person.
Good. And do you think it's accurate?
I'd like to say yes.
I think so.
Olivia
Boom!
Nikkanen, ladies and gentlemen, give her a couple claps, will you? Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Woo!
Okay, now you tell me what you think about me.
Well, you did. You first of all, you did pretty well.
What'd you do?
4 minutes 53 seconds.
Oh, so you're in
the top percentile.
You mean of how-
upper echelon.
How much time we had left?
That's how long you did it for.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta talk.
You got a good one. You got a
Yeah,
good
it's
one.
true.
How long did Logan run? I think he's still the fastest, right?
Did you say? Well,
It was like 4
It
minutes.
was the
I want to
fact
say
one that
he might have
got
been
me.
450.
Okay.
It was the fact one really got me.
I know.
Fact one.
The fact one,
threw you off.
facts.
We also drag you down too, because we're making jokes.
But I think that
that's
what,
part of the challenge.
What do they say? They say
There's so many obstacles.
They say do what's easy and life will be hard. Do it hard and life. Do what's hard and life.
Do
will
what
be
hard?
Do what hard. Do it hard. Do it hard, folks.
Do what hard.
I really fucked that up. That could have been profound.
That could have been the
It could have been.
the clickbait.
It could have been a clip.
That would have been you with a canary on your
Yeah.
on your shoulder. We found out his spirit animal was a canary.
How
it's
did
true.
you find that out?
Our last guest.
She
can see
she could
Are
see
you
your,
kidding
she could
me?
see,
I
yeah,
missed
very cool.
that?
your spirit companion. Yeah.
your spirit companion.
Maybe she's a fan of the show. Maybe she could see it through the television.
I don't know if it works like that.
Yeah,
but,
give her a good view.
But
Give her a
Ellie,
good
if
view.
you're
Ellie-
watching,
Ellie, if you're watching,
well, you only listen actually. But if you can hear,
Yeah.
if you can
If you
hear
can, maybe
Olivia's,
she can do it by voice.
Maybe.
I would
Mine is
do
love.
some
goats.
ASMR. Let's
That's
shut up.
kind of great.
Yeah, his is a goat. I'm a little canary. I have a canary that flies about.
And
That's
apparently I
very.
have.
And apparently
does that
he-
feel accurate?
The thing that feels accurate is she said that the canary was kind of freaking out. She said he was like flapping around a lot, and I was like,
That
he's
makes
with
sense.
me.
Yeah.
I can empathize with that.
Yeah.
The fact that he's a canary, I don't know how much I can relate to that, but it's cool.
I think it's cool,
Yeah.
but I suppose they have horns. This
Yeah.
is not interesting for everybody that listened before.
I think
but
it
it's-
is.
It's pretty cool.
I think it's
Yeah,
great.
It's true.
Let's see. I don't know. What's your impression of Olivia?
Oh,
What would
it's
you say?
you're
all those things.
Almost. You're too sweet and kind to the point of it almost being unbelievable,
Oh, good.
and you're very silly. You're
That's
very
what's
silly.
Okay, this
yeah.
is the thing is like I don't want to be the one that's just like, oh, she's so nice,
No,
and then
no,
not being interesting at all.
You're silly and funny.
You're
You're wacky.
like I would say
Yeah.
more than anything, you're like really fun and goofy.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
no, it's like for sure people are gonna say you're a sweetheart. That's
Yeah.
totally one of your things.
Yeah.
But you're very ridiculous. at
Thank you.
Yeah.
One of my
Yeah.
things is that I'm sick.
times. You're a sickly little boy.
Clap.
Deborah G.
The way you do that cough makes me
I know
laugh
it's so good.
I've been coughing all my life.
I've been preparing for this moment.
Oh my gosh. Well, normally right now we would do some plugs, but I realized that I wanted to ask a little bit about your movie and your
Yeah.
short. You've got a lot of things coming out.
It's
is the
very
thing.
fun.
Well, you don't want to say that for the pitch.
Well, maybe we'll save it. But like you
What's
have
the pitch?
The pitch is when we have you do.
We make
like,
a fool of you.
We make a fool of you,
Good.
and you have to talk about your plugs. But you actually might have a story about your short film, and what you're. Well, you have two things. You have this.
Tell me.
You have the short film that you made.
Yes.
which I think we should absolutely plug.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you have any, if there was if somebody fell down and, and made a funny little story out of that.
I had a panic attack during filming, and it's funny now. You can laugh, but my brother and I were so stupid, and we ended up deciding that we were going to do 3 overnight shoots for our short film, our first one that we were ever doing. Ooh. We were like, we can do it. We'll just sleep during the day and then go back and do it at night. But of course, everything went wrong because everything does go wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
you don't have to tell us that.
Oh,
we're experts.
We know.
When you were going through it, I was like.
Ephraim was on FaceTime because I called my mom in this like tiny little grocery store because we had so many people and I forgot to bring the groceries from home. So I was like, we gotta go. We gotta buy the groceries. And my brother, I woke him up and his eyes open and they were bloodshot red. And he's like, I can't drive. And I was like, you have to. And then I realized that I forgot to bring his temporary driver's license, which was like a huge thing because he didn't have his driver's license with him.
Right.
So we drove without the driver's license to a library to print out his driver's license. And then I stopped by a grocery store to get everyone groceries. And it was such a small store that I just got really overwhelmed. And I was walking through the market and I decided to call my mom. And she went, hey, how's it going? And she was like, here's Ephraim, here's Connie. And I went like this. And she goes, is it hot? And I went, and then I burst into tears and she goes, okay. So it was like that kind of energy the entire time where I was like, we just have to get it done.
That was serious. That was us doing our show. We came home
like
every
terrifying.
night and cried.
Yeah, no, we'd sit and we would just yell at Connie.
It has to get done.
Yeah.
But then it would, and then it was beautiful, and it was like I did it with my brother, which was so cool. And
seriously.
You know, it rained and a monitor broke because the lightning and wind threw down our TV screen and it broke a camera and it broke a light, but we got it done. I know, it was hives everywhere all the time. But we filmed. I remember that you watched Severance.
Sassafras now.
Sassafras. Do you watch Severance?
No, I've been told that I need to.
You have to. Do you remember the episode where he meets him in the diner?
Yeah.
That's
like
the diner.
early on.
Yeah, that's the diner that we filmed.
That's the diner that you filmed at?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
I only realized that when I started watching it. I was like, that's Phoenicia.
I didn't even know that they filmed in like upstate New York or wherever.
Apparently they did. It's this diner called Phoenicia Diner. It's amazing. They have delicious pancakes and they were so kind and let us
Do they
work there.
Are they I guess a go-to place to film? Supposedly?
I guess so. Yeah. And I don't know why they agreed to let us film there, considering that they have an Apple TV show that's incredible filming there, but they let us take over for 3 nights.
I bet Ben Stiller saw your roughs
little clips
and was like, I think there's something I can take from that.
I think that's a good space to use.
A good space. I'm not going to use any of the actors.
God forbid.
No.
But we're going to use these people.
We're going to use these people.
Adam Scott.
He's a good one.
Yeah,
Adam Scott, you're welcome on the podcast anytime.
Anytime.
Huh? He hasn't been answering my calls.
No, unfortunately not.
No,
well, why don't we do some actual pitching now?
Okay.
Actual pitching. So there's an angle to
I wanted to try and think
of
something for her to do, but I completely forgot.
Yeah, I totally forgot too.
Uh-huh.
So we can either think of a silly gimmick for you to do, or the thing that people have been doing is I have my acoustic guitar over there, and I play a song.
You'll play a little
and
song.
you can pitch musically.
You can try and pitch the thing musically.
You want to do that?
You want to do it?
I do. Go, Ryan, go! So sorry.
You're watching my footage and it tips over.
Okay, so what am I? Am I pitching? Oh, I'm sweaty now. Am I pitching?
I'm sweaty too.
How do you think I feel? Okay, so you're telling people everything you want them to do. We do a bar. Although I don't know music, so I don't quite know really what a bar is. I just know a couple songs on guitar.
Okay.
And you just tell them what you want them to follow you doing, or where you want them to look things up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll pick out a. Well, what songs? What songs?
The one you want to know what I'm learning recently?
What are you learning really recently?
I'm learning "Before He Cheats" by Carrie Underwood.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm not. All right. Yes.
You know
No,
that
of course
song?
I know that song.
Don't
No.
put yourself in a
Or
situation.
I can just say it ain't so.
No. Let's do Before He Jeets.
Before he jeets.
Let's do Before He Jeeps.
Before he yeets.
Come on.
Okay. I just
Poor thing.
right now he's probably up dancing in the meat.
Yeah, there you go.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
Right now. Oh, this is so fun! You play. Okay.
Oh.
Right now, my name is Olivia. I'm on a podcast with Ryan and Ephraim.
Oh.
Right now, I'm on Instagram. It's at Olivia Nikkanen, like Nick Cannon. Right now, I'm filming a movie with Kieran Shipka on HBO Max. It's called Sweethearts. And I went to the store the other day. I bought chickpeas because we ran out. I am only here for a little bit longer.
Good Lord.
On this podcast, I mean, I want to live for as long as I can.
That was really good.
Thanks, everyone.
I'm only here a little bit longer.
I'm only in for a little bit longer, guys.
I just want to
New
knock
single.
on wood for that.
New single coming out.
Hey, Carrie, eat your heart out, baby. We're coming for you. Well done.
Thanks, everyone.
That was
Okay.
really good. You even had some rhymes in
All
there.
right. We've thoroughly made a fool of you.
Thank you.
Look into the camera. Tell the people everywhere where to follow you, what you want them to watch, all your
Okay.
links,
Oh, good.
how much money you want from them.
Okay.
Merch store.
Yes.
And we'll support you.
Okay. Hi.
Tell them. Tell them,
Hi.
sister.
Follow me at Olivia Nikkanen on Instagram. That's mainly where I am. However, I just deleted it off my phone because it's becoming a little too toxic for my brain. But I'm filming an HBO Max movie coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's going to
Someday.
be really fun. And
Get off her back.
Stop it, Mom. And I'm going to have a short film out. I'm filming another short film soon, which is really fun.
About 5, 6 of them.
So
Wait a
I've
minute.
got
Yeah, come on.
children. I don't have kids.
Someday. She's a little young for that.
A little young to
I
be.
hope everyone's doing the best they can with what they have.
Hey.
And I hope you're all doing well.
That's amazing.
How sweet.
How sweet.
How sweet.
That's so good.
That's beautiful.
I think that's the best one yet.
I think I agree. That was the most concise for sure.
Thank you.
Do me a favor. Do every single thing that Olivia said to do.
You better.
But also, if you've made it this far in the YouTube video, it's very important that you like. If you're not liking,
it.
it's just like what you're hurting
How
my
can
feelings.
you not like them? You know
It's just
what I mean?
it's what are you gonna
What's
dislike?
not to like?
Hey, if you don't, how about this? You don't hit like, at least dislike it. So,
You know?
Something for the algorithm.
You know, they say if a man who stands for nothing falls for everything.
What did you say? What did you say before?
Do life hard. I said
Wait, no.
what I was trying to say was
Do what hard. That's
hard.
If you do what's easy, life will be hard.
Uh-huh.
If you do what's hard,
You'll fall for everything.
it's true.
Life will be easy.
And then subscribe if you can. Come on, get us up to 250. Get us to 250
We're at
subscribers.
229 right now.
Hey, thanks for 400 followers on Instagram. That's
It's
pretty
very cool.
That's
That's
pretty
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 cool.
fucking Hollywood,
That's
eh?
pretty cool. That's pretty
Me.
sick.
What else? Oh, if you want something creepy
want something
with
scary,
Gus Burney,
go
You're friends
follow
with
us.
Gus Burney.
I know Gus.
Yeah, she's on a different channel called 3 Ways to Survive. you
Gus
have to go to a
Burney
different
is
channel.
now,
It's
in
not
my
here.
eyes, friend of Olivia Nikkanen.
I think that's a good
Wow.
point. Me too. Me too.
too.
And then if you want a couple of videos of us playing video games, another fucking Let's Play.
Check it out.
It's
pretty good.
Did I cover everything?
I think that's everything. Just get that subscriber count up. Get
Just
that
work on that.
Just work on that. Do we still have a Patreon in the thing, or
we have a Patreon.
My
but there's-
Venmo is.
my Venmo?
My Venmo is there's a secret.
is
Yeah.
do-do-do-do-do.
You want to tell? Do you want to tell everybody about it?
Oh, we have our in like the last 3 or so episodes. We've posted a little secret GoFundMe link if you wanted to buy us new microphones.
It's very
we're,
secret.
We're
It's
too
very
embarrassed to actually ask you guys to do that.
We were hoping that somebody would stumble upon it. We haven't received a penny. It's the last link in every description. It says secret fundraiser. And have you ever read it?
No, I didn't bother to look at bullshit.
I remember I was very sad when I typed it up, and I was like, I haven't even told Ephraim that I'm doing this. You feel no pressure to get
in the
up
open now.
So yeah, it's down there, but that's all.
I also have a GoFundMe for microphones.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
be serious.
I thought you actually had like something really like heartfelt and profound.
Yeah, I thought
so
you were raising
sorry.
for like a hurricane victim
Well,
or
now
something.
I feel bad.
Don't feel included.
Well, listen, guys, please, if you have any money, we won't pretend like we deserve it, but we'll take it.
It's okay.
After all, that's it.
Olivia
the whole
Nikkanen,
thing.
Thank you so much. This is so pleasant.
again,
So lovely.
you are one of the sweetest people. I know you probably roll your eyes whenever you hear
She's
that now,
sick to
but
death.
you're one of the sweetest people to ever exist, and you're very silly and very fun, and we always love hanging out with you. You're welcome back
gonna
anytime.
make me cry.
It should make you cry because
Good.
we're being genuine.
I know. I feel
because
that.
we love you, and we can't
love
wait
you
for
guys.
the next thingy to come on, so you have an excuse to come on.
Thanks,
Okay?
guys. Okay.
Anything else? Audio medium. That was a snap and a point. That was a finger gun,
Sorry.
folks. No. Yeah, you got anything to say? All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.